So for anyone to have a vision, you should focus on the long-term achievements and how you will make it your way towards that vision.
Do you agree with him or you would choose to differ?
I don't think I would go as far, like so different from him. I think a vision is something that helps you answer the question of why am I here, gives you an evidence. I don't know how to call it.
Okay, so what I picked from both of you, a vision is a long-term, like commitment. Did you start living with your vision, or you've ever lived a life without a vision? Do you think having one focal point in life is a success, or does it contribute to one's vision, or should we be diverse?
Thank you so much, Nkuru. When you talk about a broad vision, that's like looking yourself in a room and it has all the things you like, and you're like, I want to move out. If the room has, let's say, something that is your favorite, and you want to move out to explore the rest of the world, and that means that you have you don't want to be exposed, and most of the times we discover who we are when we are exposed. Like my fellow speaker said, you have to listen to people's opinions and find out what you are good at, because most of the times you don't know I'm good at this thing. Maybe you go somewhere, you're speaking or you're telling stories, and someone tells you, by the way, you are good at storytelling, and you can monetize and start making money from storytelling. You can do a podcast, you can be a speaker, you can be a mentor, and all those things. So wanting to be in only one place, I'd say that it does not help you discover who you are, because self-discovery comes with many things like self-awareness, like knowing who you are and what you are good at. So if you are to narrow yourself down and you don't want to allow your wings to flap and fly and do the mistakes and learn, then you are not doing something that will fulfill you one day. To fulfill purpose, it's not a straight road, because as you fulfill purpose, you're fulfilling your vision, and you're going to make mistakes on the way. You learn from the mistakes and you get back right up and you continue moving. And another thing that I want to talk about are the opinions. 90% of the things your parents tell you, your friends in your circle, they'll be like, oh my God, Nkuru, you're good at this. And it's really true, but listen to those people who don't like you. Sometimes what they tell you in something like they're abusing you, they're actually telling you the truth. But instead of picking something that will help you, something that you can polish up, then you choose to be emotional. And if they're abusing you, pick the constructive criticisms. It's okay, you can tell me this and that, but at least I will know I'm bad at that, then I can work on it. You understand? Another thing is being open-minded. If you only narrow yourself down, it means that if I'm not into tourism, then I'm not doing any other thing. But you can actually go into tourism and operate an NGO. You can go into tourism and be a book author. You can go into tourism, make the money and impact the world. So you don't have to narrow yourself down. Allow yourself to fly, allow yourself to make the mistakes, and don't wait for the perfect moment. Something that I've heavily paid a price for is waiting for the right time to fly. But I've learned my lesson, so I have to go. If I make mistakes, I will learn on the way. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, you gave us an interesting take from your part. So, Mr. Jonathan, we have seen you be more flexible in everything you do. Like you said, people tell you that okay, your stories, they are healing for some people. Yeah, it is advice. We've all seen that. We've seen all his video clips actually move around, and that tells something on because when I'm going to share something, it means I agree with it 99%. So that shows the impact that you create. So would you advise someone not to also focus on one thing? You would have chosen to, tell us only about, the law knowledge, either talk about different issues. I mean, laws are everywhere. You would have chosen to talk about that, but it's just to become diverse. What what is the cost of being diverse? Would you advise someone to focus on one thing or be diverse?
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, in the 19th century, we're in the 21st century, is it?
Yeah.
We're in the 21st century. There has been an evolution of the world. What we knew in the 19th century is not what we know in the 20th century, is not what we know in the 21st century. Why am I speaking to diversity? The world has changed so much. We used to know journalists for working on radios and televisions by that time. Lately, the world has moved. We have shows like these ones that inspire generations. We have online media personnel. We have everyone. And for example, when you look at law, like you said, there are a lot of boundaries for the profession. Firstly, you don't advertise.
Yeah.
You don't advertise that you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
And how will people know
when you don't talk about it?
when you don't talk about it? So the world has moved on. So you don't hold a 19th century mind in the 21st century. That is why I speak to diversity. And for myself, I always tell people that interest yourself in knowing very many things. I can tell you, me as Ismail Basalirwa, any topic, anywhere in the world, that you, any time that you bring to my disposal, I have to discuss it. Why? I have interested myself in diversity. For those that know me, you used to know me as a marketeer. I used to market for a company in Jinja, a very huge company in wheat. So most of the people know me for that. And then there are those that know me as a hotelier because I used to work for a 5-star hotel.
Big economy.
You
Okay.
get what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. So be diverse, but don't lose the focus.
That's a key point.
Yes, don't lose the focus. Because at the end of the day, you have a reason. You have a reason as to why you're doing what you're doing. The end game that justifies what you started. Along the way, most people lose focus. Even this show has diversity. That is why you don't call upon people who speak the same things every time. Why? Because the world is willing to listen to very many opinions from very many people. And that is why when I sit and record for people, I record for a diverse community. So whoever listens and picks something from that knows that this person is communicating vis-a-vis being a law or a law scholar. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because the world does not only have law scholars, it has everyone. Yeah, it has everyone. So I speak for the community. I speak for change. I speak for mind change. I speak for prosperity. I speak to create an advantage to those that are less advantaged. Because whatever you pick out, not always that we speak, you should pick everything. But pick out that works for you. If it works for you, then well and good. So that is why I'm diverse. It's that reason that I'm diverse and I speak to diversity.
Okay, thank you so much. A known philosopher from the University of Oxford, George Herman, he talks about the concept of social currency, where we only tell people the good things about us. I want to boast. I want people to know me for this one. We have seen many people develop a vision board because I want it to be in my room. I want everyone who comes in my room to know that I'm that focused type of girl, you know. So how best do you think we can actually materialize these our visions that we always have on the vision boards? Or do you actually think it's effective, Nancy?
Oh, thank you so much. A vision board is something that acts as a daily reminder for you. it's a visual cue to tell you that you have something you have to achieve every day, because it has all the cute pictures. Let's say you want to drive, I don't know which car, you want to, all those things, and it's really cute, and girls design them because I've seen some girls, and I'm still talking. Boys have vision boards, but if you see a girl's vision board, it has those cute stickers, but a guy's vision board, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Then I'm trying to say that it's not only about it being cute, it is something to remind you that you have something you're working towards. If you wake up every day and you see that vision board, let's say you want to start a business. I don't know how you want to start a business if you are not saving, if you are not learning. I don't know how you want to start a business without listening to the people who are already there, to listen from their experience and know I have to start from here. So a vision board helps you to draft the small steps that you have to take every day. Maybe I could call them atomic habits. Something you have to do every day, so that it keeps compounding for you to achieve something big in the long term, because it's not something you achieve in one day. So having a vision board is a reminder and a motivation every day to tell you that even though the motivation dies, the discipline has to keep pushing you. And also, having a vision is it's a mental picture, seeing something that it's like you seeing something I cannot see. So if you see that thing and you want it to be real, then you have to work towards it. So a vision board is there to remind you every single day that you have a purpose to fulfill. Then another thing is, I talked about narrowing down. He talked about being diverse. I would talk about having faith in what you are doing, in the craft that you are doing, so that you don't develop small things. You can wake up one day and you say, I want this small thing. Let's say I want to achieve, I want to achieve, let's say 1 million. I don't know. In a year. Dream big. And I'm not saying be unrealistic, but have that much faith to see that big thing you're going to achieve. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Dreaming big. Baby steps being a cute display of your goals.
Yeah.
Mr. Jonathan, you spoke about a vision. Giving us, those baby steps. It is not something you achieve in one day. How can you differentiate a vision and a goal for someone who is trying to figure out what is their goal and what is their vision as we draw to the conclusion?
Yeah, thank you very much. I want the viewer out there to know that a goal is short term. A goal is short term. That is why we say goals should be measured. There's a SMART model where we say they should be systematic, they should be measurable, they should be achievable, realistic,
time-bound.
And time-bound. That is a SMART model that defines goals. So, for example, your goal can be, for us students, your goal can be to have a GPA of this semester 4-point-something or 5.0.
Wow.
Or 3. You never can
Come back.
Yeah.
So that is measurable. How is it measurable? It is going to be measured when the results come back.
Right.
It is going to be put on a weighing scale depending on the time. And the time reflects the effort that you're going to put in to achieve it. So it is short term. If you achieve it, well and good. If you do not, it is also well and good. But goals put together bring out what we call a vision. That is why I said that baby steps. So the goals are the baby steps towards the vision. Because the more you implement your goals, the more you walk towards your vision. But you should be realistic in achievement.
Yeah.
Because if you're not realistic, you not determine how far you're going. And also, do you self-evaluate these goals? Because most of us don't evaluate ourselves. Inmate evaluation. you don't know how you're progressing, you don't know how you're walking, you don't know whether you're realizing your set goals. You only say, this year I've achieved this. You've achieved 1 out of 10. In a year, you've achieved 1 out of 10 of
Yeah.
the goals. It means the timeline of a year in achievement of 10 goals you set and you've achieved 1, it means that you're not achieving. If you achieve 6 out of them, then realize that you're progressively moving towards realization of your vision. Yeah, so the simple definition and difference is a vision is a bigger long-term achievement,
Yeah.
and goals put together realize the vision. So goals are short-term in a SMART model, like I said.
Yeah.
Measurable, realistic, attainable, timely. So that's a simple difference that I can give to our viewers out there.
Okay, thank you so much. As we come to the evenings of our discussion, Nancy, okay, we are all going to give our perspective or our view on a personal basis. And also to our dear viewers, we also expect you to give us your personal analysis of this question that I'm posing to everyone. If you died today, which part of your vision would you go with? Or something that is now going to be erased after your existence is also cut short? And also, which other part of your vision would stay? So as we give our answers to that, we can also give our conclusive remarks. Nance.
All right. Thank you so much, our dear host. If I was to die today, what part of the vision that I have would die with me and what would I leave behind? Something that would die with me is I'm still growing. I'm still growing because I can't say I know it all. But as I grow, I learn and implement different things. They can be loud, they can as well be quiet. So something that would die and really miss me out when I'm no longer around is something that I'm still working on that needs me to be present. Because I understand we have different kinds of visions, different kinds of vision boards, different goals, different objectives, the different baby steps. So something that really needs me to be around for it to come to pass, to fulfill my purpose, is what the world would miss out. And something that would still go on is how I need our dear viewers to challenge themselves. We have talked about societal constructs. They tell you who to become. They tell you who you cannot become. They limit you. They toss you around here and there. Ask yourself, what do I want? Listen to that listen to the bad things you don't want to listen to, the constructive criticisms, and pick something that you can actually work on and it works for you and it develops you from the inside and to you doing things that you actually never thought you would do. Yeah, that's what I want our dear viewers to understand and to challenge themselves, because life is a journey. I'm not saying I know it all. I'm still working on that journey, and be open to learning. Learn. As you learn, understand that not every advice, not every thing is for you. Like our host said, filter. Filter what works for you and filter what doesn't align with you. And as you become diverse, stay focused, like my fellow speaker said. And I conclude with literally asking you to please challenge yourself. Sit down in your room and ask yourself those hard questions. What is my vision? What do I want? And you'll be surprised to find out that you cannot answer them at first. And it is very fine. It is okay. Sit down, look within yourself, and find answers to those questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Thank you very much. No, I was listening to her and I picked out something that I want to share with our viewers. Firstly, I want to tell our viewers out there that the great things that men do die with them, and the bad things that we do live with us even when we are dead, to haunt us for generations and generations. So I am interesting everyone to refute that statement and create a society where the good things that we do stay with the people that we live. Why am I saying this? Create impact in societies, create impact in your family. Most of us isolate our families, yet families determine a great percentage on how we become. I don't dissent with people who say family is a very bad thing, but family is a good thing even when they're disgruntled families. Because at family level, we know very many things. You know how to handle dissent opinions. You know how to handle not well-in relatives of ours. We know how to handle very many things at family level. That is why I'm saying that for us who believe, me, I'm a believer in the Islamic faith. We believe that family should be the first center for everything you want to achieve. When they are happy, the Lord will bless you entirely.
Okay. Amen.
So that is why we say that I'm concluding by saying make your families happy, make your societies happy, and make your country happy. If you do all those things, it doesn't matter how wealthy you are, it doesn't matter how studied you are, but what matters is the small impact you create on someone's life, the small impact you create on their well-being. It may not be monetary. That is why I always tell people always hate going back to their homes and villages because they believe they have their aunties, sisters, and relatives who have not shared with them monetary value when they are at the university. But sometimes what your family can share with you is a prayer. And sometimes when you go to graduations, most of your relatives that are not well off, like you believe they should reward you, are going to give you small gifts. It is what they can afford. And they share those gifts with the love and passion for you, for the achievement you've got. That is why we tell you that the small things that our families do for us determine how far we can go. That prayer is enough for you. So be someone who aspires to inspire society, the people that we meet along the way. You may never know you create impact. You may never know you create impact, but people will tell you 10 years from now that if it weren't you, I would not
be here.
You get? So that is a small message I leave. Like I said, we should die and leave our names, our impact, carried on to generations and generations. It comes with creating impact. Thank you very much.
Well, it's a wrap for the show. I don't know what I can add on, but for someone who just landed on this episode, we spoke about a vision. We dissected the impact of having or living a broad vision. Also, should we have a focus as we try to move on with our direction in life? We also spoke about that. And we also went ahead and asked ourselves the question, the big question that we are living with everyone. If you died today, what part of the vision would you go with and what would you leave? Well, thank you so much for staying with us. This is Beyond the Books podcast. You can follow us on our social media platforms. And remember, we are always in your corner. Thank you so much for staying with us.